Welcome, me Herman here, and we're back with the third episode of the Zacian Suspect Test series. And like I said in the last one, I was trying to use the Landers team, trying to have a little fun, and sort of started getting hacked a bit. I'm trying to get Rex as quickly as possible in as few games as possible, so I was like, okay, let's move to the five guys in the Groudon team. So, just to go over that team real quickly, we have Specially Defensive Veltal, Physically Defensive Necrozma, Mixed Palkia, Banded Ho-Oh, Physically Defensive Groudon, and Scarfed Xerneas for Scarfed and Timid to help with Kyogre. So that's the team, and I'll be back with the first game. Alright, we're back, and my opponent has a interesting looking team with this Quagsire. Again, I don't think Quagsire is that good. Let's see. I think I'm just going to lead a Palkia. So my opponent leads a Turtis. I'm going to go into Ho-Oh and then click Thunder Wave on this, I think. Yeah, Dynamax Cannon was obvious. Oh my god. Oh, it's Life Orb. Okay, yeah, T-Wave on the Palkia. Yeah, I am not. I am not. What's it called? What is it called? Defensive. Yeah, probably Water Move, I would imagine. Yep. So that would have done nothing. But now I'm going to click Spatial Rend. And then I'm going to probably 2-hit KO this Necrozma, I would imagine. Because Lustrous Orb and all that. Yep. So my opponent goes for Toxic. And now has a very, very, very hurt Necrozma. I don't know if I would save this. If I would say, well, he could go into Palkia. This almost looks like that's really weird. Toxic on Necrozma, because that doesn't help you at all with what's it called? Zacian. So he has like 2 Zacian checks. Very interesting. Calyrex comes in. This might even get another kill, or is useful as death fodder. So, okay. Yeah, that's a thing. My opponent goes for Leech Seed. That's really annoying. How do we deal with this? I think we click Taunt. Then we sack Palkia. Remember when I was saying Palkia sack might be useful? Because +1 Calyrex does nothing to Yveltal. I don't think it does. I think it does like 30 something with Astral Barrage. Oh, my opponent gets a crit, so that was lucky by my opponent. But now I get a free Roost. My opponent's probably gonna go out into like Quagsire or Eternatus, something like that. Yeah, that's really that crit sucked. But back into Ho-Oh on Toxic Spikes. So he's seen Thunder Wave. I imagine Quag might come out here. Oh, my opponent lost its ground immunity. Okay, yeah, definitely clicking Earthquake. That should end this thing's life. Yeah. So that's an annoyance. I mean, I know my opponent is going to try and set up a sub. I'm not falling for it. My opponent actually only has 5 Astral Barrages left. I don't think they have a second move. I think the other move they run is what's it called? Come on, man. Nasty Plot. So my opponent continues to hit Leech Seeds and just be a general nuisance. I'm going to Roost here, then Taunt. I really don't think my opponent has... I guess I'm going to Knock Off here. I guess maybe my opponent doesn't have a... What's it called? Um, what is it called? Nasty Plot. I wonder what its last move would be. Maybe like Psyshock? Palkia comes in here. This is a chance to go into... yes, Xerneas. We kind of lost our water resist, which sucks. Oh my god, and that did a million. Necrozma's very, very obvious here. Although, yeah, I thought he might sack it, thinking I might Geomancy and didn't want me to Geomancy. So, yeah, that thing's no more. Yeah, this is the only thing I need this for. So we get off a clean 56 on this Calyrex, and again, it has no sub, and it's down to 2 Astral Barrages. And now we just click Knockoff. And then if he switches, we click Taunt. Protect. Okay, well, that is going to certainly extend this game, but that is all it's going to do. What do I do about this Quagsire? So it's probably going to Scald here, if I had to imagine. Let's go into Ho-Oh. Yeah, I mean, we can't be burned, and Brave Bird everything. If you don't know what that's from the Flaming Spade, who's a YouTuber, and has an amazing voice. But yeah, it's a good strategy. Brave Bird everything. Yeah, I'm not letting this thing set up its stupid sub shenanigans. Okay, protects. Yeah, I think my opponent is having trouble coming to grips with reality. And the reality is, my opponent is going to lose. So, in comes this annoying thing. My opponent's trying to get as much HP, I guess, to try to live a knockoff, but let me tell you, you're not living a knockoff. I don't even think I'm gonna... yeah, I always go second, so my opponent's never gonna get a sub. I don't care about 4-0ing my opponent. I care about beating this annoying thing. Yeah, so Calyrex might be suspect tested too, because it really only has one check, right? And that's a Veltal, or one sort of real viable check. And so, you know, the predictions around what your opponent's going to go into are so... there are none. Like, you just always know. So it's not really very skillful. So, yeah. And we take it out, and that's good game. So, that's why it might be suspect tested. It really just says, every time that thing comes in, you almost have to go to your Veltal, or just lose the game. So, it's really kind of dumb. But I'll be back with the next one. Alright, we're back, and we got a tough battle here. Yeah, my opponent has Zygarde. I don't think this team deals too well with Zygarde. And Eternus is also somewhat annoying for this team. Yeah, and if this is like Trick. Anyways, leads on my opponent. I expect a Veltal. Yeah, so I'm just gonna lead Xerneas. So my opponent leads Zygarde. I guess expecting my Groudon. So now my opponent's gonna go across. My opponent does not have a great Geomancy switch in. Maybe this is Fizdef? I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely not specially defensive. I think... so do we go Ho-Oh in before Rocks? I think we do. I guess my opponent could go to Zygarde. Let's just click Brave Bird. Oh yeah, no more Kyogre. Bye, Kyogre. Oh, that is bulky as anything. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a choice banded Brave Bird. From a Ho-Oh. So that was interesting. That's like max defense. I thought it was bye-bye Kyogre. So my opponent has a stupid Zygarde that he's gonna go into any second, yeah. And now my opponent is going to click Toxic. Oh, so it's Toxic Zygarde. Interesting, interesting. And we knock my opponent into Calyrex Shadow. I really want to predict the trick here. I really don't want my Yveltal to get tricked. Okay, so my opponent goes into his or her own Yveltal. With Kyogre being so injured and being slow, it's less of a threat. This Yveltal is really annoying. I think chipping this thing's gonna be good, because my opponent defogs for me, so that was really nice. What was I gonna say? Oh, and we just knock it out, so great. Yeah, obviously we don't like rocks because we have a banded Ho-Oh. So this is going well. I would definitely say that. So here comes Eternatus. I think I'm gonna click Knockoff, yeah, on Zygarde. And we don't put it into its form, which is great. I would really... Well, now it gets its form. Yeah, so honestly, we don't really care too much about the Toxics, because we have Aromatherapy on Xerneas. Okay, you're gonna take 1,000,000. Or maybe not. These things are so fat. So my opponent is faster. Do I need to save this? I really want this thing for Thunder Whip. So, here's what we're gonna do. What to do. We go into Groudon. Yeah, my opponent predicts the switch, but predicts the switch wrong. We click Earthquake, and we take out this giant threat, so that's great. Now we just need to defog these annoying hazards away. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to get rocks. And I know this thing is slower because it was, like, so incredibly bulky. Let's see, what do we do now here? I think now we go into Ho-Oh and click Earthquake. Alright, we're back, and we got a tough battle here. Yeah, my opponent has Zygarde. I don't think this team deals too well with Zygarde. And Eternatus is also somewhat annoying for this team. Yeah, and if this is like Trick. Anyways, leads on my opponent. I expect a Yveltal. Yeah, so I would really... Well, now it gets its form. Yeah, so honestly, we don't really care too much about the Toxics, because we have Aromatherapy on Xerneas. Okay, you're gonna take 1,000,000. Or maybe not. These things are so fat. So my opponent is faster. Do I need to save this? I really want this thing for Thunder Whip. So, here's what we're gonna do. What to do. We go into Groudon. I would really... Well, now it gets its form. Yeah, so honestly, we don't really care too much about the Toxics because we have Aromatherapy on Xerneas. Okay, you're gonna take 1,000,000. Or maybe not. These things are so fat. So my opponent is faster. Do I need to save this? I really want this thing for Thunder Wave. So, here's what we're gonna do. What to do, what to do. We go into Groudon. We go into Groudon. Yeah, my opponent predicts the switch, but predicts the switch wrong. We click Earthquake, and we take out this giant threat, so that's great. Now we just need to defog these annoying hazards away. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to get rocks. And I know this thing is slower because it was, like, so incredibly bulky. Let's see, what do we do now here? I think now we go into Ho-Oh and click Earthquake. We go into Groudon. Yeah, my opponent predicts the switch, but predicts the switch wrong. We click Earthquake, and we take out this giant threat, so that's great. Now we just need to defog these annoying hazards away. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to get rocks. And I know this thing is slower because it was, like, so incredibly bulky. Let's see, what do we do now here? I think now we go into Ho-Oh and click Earthquake because my opponent doesn't have a great switch into Earthquake. I would really like to get a Veltal in to defog. I knew that was coming. Of course I didn't do anything about it. So, defog away this Toxic Spike. And I imagine my opponent's gonna set it back up. Alright, now we're gonna Aromatherapy off the Ho-Oh. Yep. That was predicted. Go into the Veltal on the... what's it? The Stealth Rocks. Alright, well, that worked out great. I guess I could defog. I don't imagine my opponent staying in here. Actually, I'm just gonna knock on the Eternatus. Yeah. And then what? Yeah, go into Necrozma. Thunder Wave something. That doesn't really matter. I think I'm just gonna Thunder Wave again. Or no? Okay, my opponent's gonna stay in. My opponent Dragon Tails. It gives me Xerneas. Which isn't the best, but not the worst. I think I'm gonna go into Ho-Oh here. I really just wanted to do that for the regen, but now I abandoned Ho-Oh in. Yeah, so, my opponent forfeits. Yeah, I don't think he could win, or she. I don't think Astral Barrage was going to take me out, and I was going to knock this very low. Alright, well, that's the game, and I'll be back with another one. I played this guy already. Is this the guy that hacks me with Zacian? I don't know. I think this is Life Orb Marshadow. But anyways, I think my opponent would lead Veltal. I think this is a Life Orb of Veltal. We could lead. We could lead Groudon. I think we lead Xerneas. Ah, great. So my opponent leads Marshadow. I think my opponent knows what she is doing. So I actually kind of expected Zacian there. So there goes Necrozma. As my opponent goes for Thunder Wave, that's annoying, but not the biggest deal. I'm just gonna click. Oh, my opponent stays in. That is a play one can make. Do I think it's a good play? No. But it is a play. I'm just going to defog away these Stealth Rocks. Again, we do have Aromatherapy on Xerneas. And I think we'll have a chance to click it at least a couple times. Yeah, I feel like Zacian's... Oh my god, people. Okay. Okay, Boomer. This guy is just kind of destroying us. Well, my opponent has no Thunder Wave immunity either, so yeah, y'all getting Thunder Wave too. Of course, we get haxed immediately. That's great. Twice in a row. Now my opponent is just going to trick. Ugh, we might lose because just haxed a million times. Yep. Oh, we get crit. That's about right. I'm gonna Oh, we get crit twice in a row. That's lovely. So now we die. My opponent here is genius and just knows how to crit every single time. I'm clicking Sacred Fire. Yeah. Opponent stays in like a dummy. And we knock out the Calyrex, so that's good. One down. That's really annoying. Do I save this? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I believe this is Life Orb. Yeah, I'm correct. Go into Groudon. Go for... My opponent seems to know what they're doing. I don't believe they would stay in here. Yeah. My opponent goes into Kyogre, so hopefully hit the Stone Edge. Yep. Get a clean 35 off. So my opponent goes for Thunder in his Specs and gets the Para, because why not? I'm gonna go straight Xerneas. Oh, okay. Well, if you were expecting Groudon, why would you go into Zacian? Can someone answer me that? Now I'm going into Xerneas. I think. Oh no, it stayed in? Why would you... People make plays. They're bad plays. Oh, and gets the defense drop too. This has just not been our game. I don't know what to say. My opponent has just hacked me every single freaking turn. And a crit, just to spite me. I'm gonna click Rocks. I can take 2 hits from this thing easily with Citrus Berry. It's really awesome how my opponent is so good at Pokemon and can just get a crit every turn. Okay, Necrozma's coming in here. Like, I need to make the correct play every correct play ever. Zacian, excellent, great. I'm just gonna click Earthquake. I think my opponent is going to stay in. No, my opponent switches to Veltal. Very annoying. If we just predict every 50 times. Why would you... Okay. So now, I'm gonna click Moonblast. God, my Palkia's hurt. Okay, so this is great. My opponent is sacking. It's bulky. It's really, really, really bulky. That's so annoying. Oh, and it's rest, so I don't think we can win. That was really awesome by my opponent to be really so skilled and crit everything and, yeah, do 1,000,000 damage. No, no crits for us. Going into Xerneas. What a game. What a game. Okay, now I'm going to click Aromatherapy. My opponent goes into a Sleeping Zacian. Sun's about to run out. I don't think this thing is going to have... What's it called? So I go into this. It's Sleep Talk, and it gets Play Rough. I swear, whenever I Sleep Talk, I never get Play Rough. No, my opponent stays in, gets Play Rough again, and wins the game. That's really awesome. And now we'll just wake up, click Play Rough, hit a third time, and just win the game. So we lose. That's really dumb. Alright, I'll be back with another one. Alright, and we're back. Yeah. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is lead Palkia against the Slurpuff. Go for Focus Punch. So I don't bring it down to its sash and give it its Unburden. And now click Surf. And that takes out the Slurpuff, and we're in decent shape. Calyrex Ice comes in. That's interesting. Oh, I see. Yeah, my opponent's gonna try and weaken Kitty Purry here. Trick Rooms, that's fine. I'm gonna click... Are we faster in Trick Room now? I'm gonna click Moonlight, just to see how much this does. Yeah, that does nothing. Now I'm gonna click Thunder Wave. Okay, well that's a weird roll. Moonlight again. Hopefully my opponent will get Parahexed at some point. Any point would be nice. My opponent continues not to get Parahax. Continues to hit high horsepower, which is not a 100% accuracy move. I'm just gonna click Sunsteel Strike and take this thing out. Kyogre comes in. I'm gonna go into a maze. I think you would go for the water move here. Yeah, there's the water move. Oh, and the burn. Excellent, excellent. My opponent clearly is very skilled, but now has no Thunder Switching. Yeah, so hopefully we can get some Paralyze hacks here, or crit, or something. I almost want to stay in, but... Yeah, my opponent gets a crit, of course. What did I expect? Yeah, I'm gonna click Thunder Wave here, as my opponent goes into its own Necrozma. The thing about that is... Necrozma tends to beat other Necrozma, so I'm just gonna Moonlight here. Yeah, my opponent autotomizes. I really don't care. This is probably, what's it called? The thing. Weakness policy, right. So I'm just gonna go defog these webs here. There we go, finally a Parahax. My opponent is special? What the hell? I think we go into Groudon here and we just phase this thing out. Can you not do that, please? Okay. I've never seen that before. But, now that this thing is, recharging... Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. If this thing is special... Wait, if this thing is special... I shouldn't be able to touch McLovin. Because I'm very specially defensive. And... yeah, there we go. Okay. That threat was taken care of. I've never seen a special Necrozma in my life. That's really interesting. Bisharp comes in. I'm just gonna taunt this thing. Prevent any setup. As my opponent just takes me out. That's fine. Go into Ho-Oh. Click. Earthquake. Hits everything. Bisharp drops. Kyogre could come in here. Think I might just stay in and click Earthquake. I think we got this wrapped up. So, comeback game, I guess, from my opponent being extremely, extremely lucky last game and just hacking me. Really, really fun when that happens. So, we go into this. Yes, Scarf Water Spout is actually a problem. I think what I do is I click Surf. Yeah. So, excuse me. Yeah, that thing's taken care of. Now my opponent only has Kyogre left. And yeah, there's no way we can lose because we're gonna get one hit off with the Thunder and then another hit off with the Xerneas. Well, we get useless pair hacks. Okay. Well, good game to my opponent, and we'll get another one. Oh, look, it's our friend. Our friend who is very skilled. Yeah. I'm just going to click Sacred Fire here. My opponent goes for knockoff, that's fine. Now I'm going to go for Thunder Wave on what I expect to be a Roost. Oh, my opponent goes into Eternatus. So now I have this paralyzed. Now I'm going to click Earthquake to a KO this Eternatus. It goes for Toxic Spikes, I don't really care. Okay, now it goes back into a Veltal. I don't really care. I wanted to burn this thing anyways. My opponent goes for knockoff again. Can I get a burn? It's 50%. Thank you, Lord. Now back into a Veltal. My opponent continues to spam knockoff. Like a genius. And now gets the Roost off. Or defog. Oh no, I get the defog. My opponent gets the Roost. I'm gonna click knockoff of my own. There we go. I expect Zacian really here. I kind of just want the Regenerator. Or Xerneas. That's okay too. Ooh, I really need the Regenerator. Not sure what to do about this. This thing's a problem. Because I can't go into Kitty Purry, and I don't... I think I go into Groudon here. Get this Sun up. Because then Thunder's like 50%. Right? I kind of want to sack something now. What do we sack? Yeah, Palkia. Okay, now, oh, we're not gonna KO because of, yeah, we're not gonna KO because I don't have my Choice Band anymore. But yeah, my opponent has to hit 50% accuracy Thunders. I'm sure he will have no trouble with that. As we saw last game, it's really, my opponent's really lucky. And now I'm gonna click Brave Bird because I don't want to miss. Okay, that was a pain. That thing goes down. Marshadow comes in. Click Spectral Thief. I'm gonna go Veltal. Oh, it goes for Rock Tomb. Jesus Christ. Okay, I mean, that's a thing. Now it's probably gonna go for Close Combat. I really could have used this. That's okay. Because Groudon comes in. I'm gonna click Rocks, because I know I take any 2 hits. Yeah, that did nothing. And I knocked off this thing's boots. So, okay, well now this thing's gonna come in, take rocks. It's burned. I'm gonna go into Ho-Oh, because I have the sun now. Yeah, this guy is really cool. Click Sacred Fire. Okay, my opponent sacks Eternatus, probably the right play. Ooh, we don't have, Veltal for defog anymore. So that's gonna really hamper Ho-Oh here. Although I don't know where my opponent. Okay. Oh yeah, this thing has a rock move. I don't know where my opponent is going to get. That was a play. I'm gonna click Dragon Tail. If my opponent close combats again, alright, Nick takes me out. Alright, that's fine. Go into Xerneas. Go for Moonblast. My opponent goes into Zacian. Go into Kitty Purry. My opponent keeps like predicting and predicting. I'm gonna get a Moonlight off here because it's gonna be maxed out in the sun. So we get back a ton. And then I'm gonna click Sunsteel Strike. Was my opponent? Oh yeah, this rest play rough bullshit. That's very lucky. Okay, my opponent goes to a Veltal, takes rocks, takes a Sunsteel Strike. We go into Ho-Oh. So my opponent defogs away the rocks. I'm just gonna click Brave Bird. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna click Thunder Wave. I'm gonna miss Thunder Wave. Cause, yeah, this guy is a god. Now I'm gonna spam Sacred Fire. This guy is so awesome. The way he dodges and gets more hacks. Okay, finally my opponent doesn't get the exact thing it needs. Whatever needs. I kind of want to save this, but yeah, because this definitely gets a kill every time it comes in. On this thing, I think I do go to oh, my opponent's gonna die to recoil. Awesome. Yeah, you can die to recoil now. Helmet plus Life Orb. And now... So now I'm gonna go into Xerneas and click Aromatherapy. My opponent probably takes me out here. But I don't think my opponent can take out Ho-Oh. And 2 Sacred Fires should do the trick, I imagine. We can't get para hacks. Oh, we get a nice, well-deserved crit and a para. Okay, so vengeance on this jerk. Alright, that'll be all for this episode. I might do one more. I might not, because I don't want to just use the same team. I feel it would get a bit repetitive. But I'm definitely going to give my thoughts on how I'm going to vote in the suspect test. So, yep, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I hope everyone, stays safe amongst this chaos. Alright, I will see you later.